Christmas collaborations, DJ Zoe, professional podcaster, podcasting pioneer, and lots of other things, sharing her tips with us today.
Can I just stop you?
Yes.
DJing. I couldn't mix a cake, mate. Not at all. Oh my gosh. They never let me touch any buttons.
Yeah, but it's still the name. The title is DJ,
Yes.
isn't it? And it's like, but...
I think you're probably a presenter. I'm a chatter.
Presenter.
Okay, cool.
Christmas collaborations, local pioneer and podcaster. Got some podcasting tips, and I'm never doing that again.
Boom!
I didn't think you'd watched any of our stuff.
It's the explosion.
Yeah, you know it is. I've got to do a subscribe though. If you're first to our channel and you're not subscribed and you're here for the first time, please do. We're still on track to 1,000, even though we're recording this in November. So please do subscribe and share this with your friends. Right, Zoe. So you are the podcast lady, and you help businesses basically create their podcast, don't you? Technically, the editorially, content, as well as just kind of that whole confidence piece and helping them understand what to do.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 or 5 awesome tips to help people understand that story aspect of their podcast. Is that right?
Yes. Well, actually, I've got 3 tips. I've got 3 tips right now. And actually, that's the first tip. Word economy. Don't waffle. Don't cut out the faff, right? I'm telling Alan this. Cut out the faff, all right? If you're going to make a podcast, there is no point starting your podcast with saying, how are you? I'm fine. Yes, how are you? Has your week been good? Da, 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 da. You've got to have a point to these questions. You've got to know the questions and you've got to know the answers, all right? Your second tip.
Hold on, question on that, cut out the faff.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's built into us, isn't it, to kind of want to introduce ourselves? Because
it's politeness, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've brought someone on to listen to our podcast, watch our video. So we feel we want to go, hi, I'm Alan.
Yeah.
But is it no one cares, or is it actually there's better places to do it, like in the description, or should, what's...
It's sort of like when people come on to the Graham Norton show, and they come on and they go, oh, hi, right?
We do that, yeah.
They've seen each other 10 minutes previous, right? You know each other as well. If somebody's coming to your podcast, they are coming for a reason. They are wanting to be entertained, informed, educated. So they haven't come to hear how you are. You know?
Yeah, my woes for the day.
It's the faff. I was talking about the breakfast show host on LBC, Nick Ferrari. He is an amazing interviewer. And what he does is he poses the question, then says good morning and throws to his interviewee. Now that's an amazing thing to do, because what it does is it makes the interviewee say good morning and then launch straight into the answer. So if they're coming to you for content, you just want to cut straight in with that content.
It's true.
Like a blog. You wouldn't read the top bit of a blog if it said, how are you? I'm fine, right?
Good morning, I'm Alan. Welcome to my blog. Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't write that. You'd go straight into it. So
exactly.
that makes perfect sense. So cut out the faff.
Cut out the faff and give me a reason to listen on. That's always what you want to do with any podcast, is give me a reason to keep listening. The second point is tell your stories.
Yeah.
Okay, tell your stories. Stories make things more sort of tangible and palatable for people, and it creates more of a connection. So if somebody is telling me, you should do this and you should do that and you should do that, I go, uh-huh. And so what? It doesn't connect with me. It doesn't make it anything that I can do. But if you tell me why I should do it and in what situation that's been used before, it's like giving examples, isn't it?
Well,
it creates a connection with me.
Yeah, it does. And if we think about who's doing these podcasts, like the sorts of people who are likely to watch this video and the sort of people who are likely to talk to you as the podcast lady, then they're wanting to share all of that, aren't they? So they need to be delivering it in that share your stories way, rather than, I don't know, buy our plastic valves or something.
Yes,
like that.
Well, that's it. So you can say, buy our plastic valves because they do this, this and this. But if you give somebody a story about somebody had a problem. They needed a plastic valve, and this is why they needed it, and this is what we did. That creates not only a connection sort of in a story way, but it makes somebody think, oh yes, I've got that problem, or it makes an emotional connection.
Yeah, relatable, emotional connection.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a big thing in content creation that talks about make it emotional enough that people either want to share it, or might help if I remember the rest of the phrase. So basically, you want to create that emotional
share
connection.
it or buy it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, basically. That's it.
But what you do with those stories and those examples is you create that connection.
Absolutely. Love that. So we've got cut out the faff, share the stories, and what's the third one?
Okay, so the third one is only talk to one person. When you go take your dog for a walk and you're listening to a podcast, it's only you and that person going on a walk, all right? If you are playing a podcast in your car, it's just you and the person speaking on that podcast. You are only ever talking to one person. Don't start your podcast with, hi everyone, because it stops it being so personal to me. The reason that podcasts work is because you can talk directly to that one person, and it creates that connection again. If you say hello everyone, they're like, oh hang on, I thought you were talking to me. Well, maybe not.
We had that conversation before this, didn't we? When we were talking about when people are listening to a podcast. And yeah, you're right, it's walking the dog in the car, headphones in on the train. It really is a one-on-one interaction.
It is.
So why would you ever go, hello everyone? Because really that's ego about us, the presenters, than the listener, and we should always be trying to make it as much as we can about the listener.
There's only ever one listener. I mean, literally, in some cases.
We've all been there.
Tell me about it.
Live streams are one.
Sometimes not even that.
One if you're lucky. One if you're lucky. Right, let's leave it there. Should we leave it there today?
Okay, can do, yeah.
Yeah? Well,
let's do some more another day.
Let's do some more another day.
I mean, there might be some more.
Yes, we get the podcast lady back. Thank you so much, Zoe. As always, everyone, thank you for watching today. Descriptions and links and everything else to do with Zoe below. Please do share, like, subscribe. Thank you so much, and join us for the next Christmas. Join us for the next Christmas collaboration.
Are you going to put my Tinder profile up as well?
Do you want it down there?
Yeah.
Done.